Hey guys, welcome back to the channel in the weekend vlog. We're going to start out with an update with this guy. Now, for those of you who weren't following this purchase, beginning of the year I was sick and was doing some eBay sniping, and one of the things I was looking for was old Oddfellows pieces. Me and Rich got married in an old Oddfellows building, and I had nothing in rotation that was old Oddfellows, and I had nothing better to do with my time. So I bought this on auction. I did get a really good deal on it. The auction was for the grave plaque and the stake. The guy just fell off the face of the planet after I purchased it. Took him about 2.5 weeks to even ship it out. And then when I received it, I only got the plaque. I didn't get the stake. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, I just got my package and I didn't get my stake. And he's like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'll ship that right out. I don't know, I got a weird vibe from the whole thing. So I called eBay. I was like, hey, I ordered this plaque with the stake and I only got the plaque. And they said, okay, what we're going to do is open a return, but put a notation on there that says you don't want to return the item. You just want him to send you the piece that you're missing. I said, okay, let's do that. And immediately I got a response from the guy saying, I don't have the stake. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So I called eBay back. I was like, so he's now saying he doesn't have the stake, which is a huge problem because I did get a really good deal on this. And in order for me to replace the stake, it's going to cost me more than what I paid originally for this and the stake and shipping. We have an issue. Then she said to try to work it out with the buyer, or with the seller, which I did. I messaged him. I was like, hey, we got a problem because in order for me to replace this, it's going to cost me more than what I paid for all of it. He told me I should I know in a past video I had imported the pictures of his response, basically telling me I should stop bitching because I paid $3.25 for it, and then I can F off, although he said the actual whole word. It's like, whoa, buddy, you can't talk to people like that in general as a whole, but definitely not on eBay. So I called eBay. I was like, this guy's a psycho and I don't want to deal with him anymore. I need either my money back to buy a stake, or I need the stake that I already purchased and paid for. They told me just don't do anything, don't contact the guy, don't respond, and that if, the return is going to phase out basically and the case will close, which will force a return or a refund. And if it doesn't, don't worry, you're covered under buyer's protection. No worries. The day before the case closed, the guy sends me a return label. So I call eBay back again. I was like, hey, you know that I don't want to return it. I just want to replace the piece that I already paid for that is now going to cost me more than what I originally paid for it when I didn't get it. And the response was like, no, you have to return it. No, that's not what you told me from the get-go. This is not okay. Plus, this guy's a psycho and I don't want to deal with him anymore. So they basically told me that's not my... oh, well, you're going to have to return it in order to get your money back. Well, that's not right. So I basically at that point got pissed. Kind of freaked out, told her I want to talk to her supervisor. Finally talked to his supervisor, explained the situation. He looked at the messages, read them, with the notes from the past eBay employees, and he's like, yeah, this is weird. We're just going to close the case and give you your money back. So, I did get a full refund, but what a freaking hassle. And then I went to leave the guy negative feedback, and eBay isn't even allowing me to leave him negative feedback. I don't know if it's because I reported him as a seller, or which they told me to do. I don't really know what the issue was, but I wasn't... Okay, this is getting long. I'm trying not to read it for too long. Anyway, I don't know specifically what I'm doing with this now. The problem with just replacing the stake is that this piece right here is threaded. So it's not like we can just go get a metal bar and call it good. It has to be tooled. These are fine. But yeah, this one, oh yeah, so you can see the threads. It's threaded. So that creates a issue. So I don't know. I figured I'd let you guys know. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but for now, it's just going to stay here in my collection. Let's move on with the weekend, shall we? Because this is getting long. So for now, it can just live there on the shelves that Rich hung because they wouldn't fit in my bathroom, which I'm still a little bummed about. So I'm just trying to figure out what to put on them now. Obviously, that one's a little bare. Welp. Our modem completely took a shit, so we won't have internet for like 2 or 3 days, which means we gotta find things to do to occupy our time. Luckily, we still have things that need to be done with the possum. So this next little bit is taxidermy stuff. All the real gross stuff is like done. I just edited a video from last weekend that said I was gonna patch holes in the possum, which I didn't do. It needed to be like a bunch of other stuff needed to be done. Now I think we're to the point where we're going to be patching holes in the possum. So if you don't want to watch this, maybe skip over this part. If you don't, it's basically just leather at this point, although we haven't tanned it yet. But yeah, this is what it looks as of right now. It's just the skin and the fur. I will try to remember when I'm doing editing to insert a picture of what we're going for with the mount. But as you can see, he just stuck his finger in a big old hole that I put in it when I was flushing it. Whoops. But we still have to go to Hobby Lobby at some point because I need to get the foam and stuff to carve out for the insides to make it look like what it's going to look like, all cute. But yeah, I'm going to try to remember while I'm editing this. Editing Chrissy, remember to put in pictures of the mount that we're planning on using. It's pretty cute. It's now the next day, and I've literally gotten nothing accomplished because of this stupid printer. I'm so upset. Like, I got so upset I was actually crying. I have been trying. Okay, so I disconnected the connection to the modem because we're having issues with our modem. And I was trying to hook this stupid thing up to my hotspot so I could print labels, which I can't do. I have 3 labels I need to print, and I can't do it. Now it's stuck in setup mode, which is why it's blinking purple. That's setup mode. Like, it is legit stuck in setup mode. And I've been trying to fix it since, I don't know, 8 o'clock this morning, 9 o'clock this morning. So stupid thing, man. It's like wrecking my day. But I do need to tan the possum pelt because I don't think Rich is working at the tattoo shop tomorrow, which means I'll have his help. So that needs to be done, and it's like almost there. We patched up all the holes last night. I salted it again just because it was going to be, you know, sitting overnight. So I need to go desalt it and tan it so it'll be ready for tomorrow. A little bit of dorky excitement. I think I'll finally get to use my enamel pieces that I got from the bins that I decided to keep. Well, I'm moving on. We still have not fixed the printer Wi-Fi situation, but Rich did hardwire it for me so I could print my labels, so I am not panicking anymore. Sold this set of 28 dominoes, double 6, which I don't know what that means. These sold on, why you want to be in every video, you got to inspect every single thing. Ugh, Griffin the mascot. I think I sold these for 28 plus shipping, but I already printed my labels, and now I don't know what I sold this for. Pretty sure it was 28 plus shipping on Etsy. Sold Wizard and Glass by Stephen King. This is part of the Dark Tower series. I cannot remember if I sold it for 8 or 10. This one's in pretty good shape, so I'm hoping I sold it for 10. Usually if they're really worn and discolored, I'll sell them for 8, but this one looks to be in pretty good shape, so I'm hoping I sold it for 10 on Etsy. Sold Rhett Butler's People. This is like a afterbook from Gone with the Wind, like it was written after. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but sold it for $5 plus cost of shipping on Facebook Marketplace. Nicholas Sparks 2x2 in hardcover. Sold this one for $5 plus the cost of shipping on Facebook Marketplace. Thank God we got some books going out because I've got way too many hanging around. and sold the percolator camping set. The Wenzel, is that what it's called? Wenzel. Got this from the bins, so I definitely did not do too bad on that. Sold the set for $40 plus cost of shipping on eBay. Thank God he hardwired the laptop. Just sold this Dodge snapback vintage hat that we got from the bins. Which, oh my gosh, I'm like really wanting to go back to the bins. Tomorrow I'm supposed to go drop stuff off at the antique mall. And I think I might change my plans, go to the bins, bring stuff with me, and then make a huge out-of-the-way loop on the way back and just drop a few things off at the booth. Sounds good to me, but in the meantime, sold this Dodge snapback hat on Etsy for $20 plus the cost of shipping. You guys are going to absolutely love this sale. Just thought I'd show you Catalina real quick. We just sold Catalina's heart. This is a fully mummified muskrat heart on display. This is actually Catalina's heart mummified. Sold this on our Oddities Etsy shop for $24 plus the cost of shipping. So I'm going to get this ready to go out. I believe Debbie McComer's The Snow Bride in hardcover is going to wrap up this weekend vlog. It's been kind of it's been a whole thing. I did get a ton of stuff listed though. I just took pictures of this Candy Bits Baker's Dozen Lennox little canister thing that we purchased a couple Fridays ago. I'm slowly getting all these listed. I actually did really good today. I listed a lot of stuff. I screwed with that stupid computer all day yesterday and I got nothing done. So, played a little bit of catch up today. Got some things listed. Got everything boxed up and ready to go for tomorrow morning. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.